Welcome everybody to the end of Final Fantasy VII. I was asked to beat it by my boyfriend and record it, and now that my parents have finally gone to bed and nobody else is awake, I have the opportunity to do this without interruptions. I mean, maybe the cat will show up, but it'll be fine. So, I wanted to, So this is a thing that I discovered while I was playing. If you hold down square, you can make the highwind go any fucking direction. But I wanted to do this from the beginning of the Northern Crater, just to, you know, give some context, but also I wanted to show off. I'm gonna take Tifa with me. She has a not optimal limit break for me, but she has story reasons for being there, and I figured I wanted to give her the chance. And I also wanted to say that I did do like every single side quest. I have one golden chocobo. I have a wonderful left because I released one of them because I was gonna get a golden chocobo from the guy. It's not here. Okay. The Desert Rose and the Earth Harp are from... The Desert Rose is from Ruby Weapon, and the Earth Harp is from Emerald Weapon, so I did beat those things. I did a little save scumming, and I did a little reading of FAQs. I did, as far as I know, I've done every side quest, I've gotten every limit break, even for Eris before she was marked. I have done everything that I could find. I got, you know, I did the battle square. I mastered all the materia, which is why I still have these, because if you get these, the traveler guy will give you master materia without having to actually master them, but which means I have to redo my fucking... So the Emerald Weapon apparently likes to... Or it does an attack that will do as much damage to you, like, it's 11 damage times how many materia you have. So if you have, I think it's 1 or none, you get 11 damage. If you have 2 or more, it's however many you have, I think. You master magic, so do that. And then, double cut a bitch. You have W summon and master summon. Okay. Double cut a bitch. You, madam, will double cut. Now the reason... No, we're gonna do this. No, long range. Long range. Because we're going to fight the final enemy. What's his face? Sephiroth. So I don't need that many... I don't need that much materia. He's got Master Magic, so he has High Bella. All the magic. Ooh, I should give you Mega All. Where did I put it? Is it blue or is it... Did I go buy it? No, I gave him no, yeah, I need all. I need all. Mega all is purple. Pink. Purple. Whatever color is this? Ella has decided she wants to rub on my thing, so... Oh no. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna not use Mega All, because Mega All will make him, all his attacks. So we're gonna go to... Although it does make me wonder if I use Counter, or if I use Magic Counter, with Master Magic. What does that do? You know? Maybe I should give you... Oh god, okay. I guess I don't need anything else. She doesn't really need anything. I guess I could give her... Final attack Phoenix. Because at this point, I have over HP plus. Nice. Cool. Screw it, everybody's got an extra slot. Have that. On deck. Alright. I'm also bringing Red because he's literally the best. But here we go! The guide that I was given told me to do some glitching. There's a lot of actual programming glitches in this game, like legit, they just shipped with it, which is why I have like 99 elixirs and mega elixirs and shit. I don't know if you noticed that, but I can't tell if this is too loud. I've had it turned down so low for the whole time. Turn it down a little bit. So this is how you get back up to the high wind if you want to go do other shit like I did. Like having to go fucking... I guess I didn't do the speed square, because that shit was impossible. And... you know, there's some shit I didn't do. Hey, Durgan. Get in there. I had Cosmo Memory early in the game, because you get it from the Nibelheim Mansion, from the safe. So I had it pretty much since Nibelheim, because I had a guide. Cool. I had a guide, and so it said, here's how you do it, and so I did it. So I've had Cosmo Memory the entire fucking time. The ones I didn't have were Tifa's. I used to have... I don't remember what my party was, I think it was Cloud, Nanaki, and a third guy. And it wasn't until my sister got close to beating the game that Really, Red? Just gonna... Focus fire! I didn't actually beat the game with my save file, I used my sister's. And she had, Vincent. So then I started playing with Vincent, and then this last playthrough I was like, Vincent's okay, I guess. Because his limit breaks render him... I tried to use him in the battle square, and then I realized that his limit breaks render him uncontrollable, and he can very easily die. And there's no way to get him out of them. He just sort of turns into a monster until he dies. So in my actual copy of the game, I never played with him much, and one of the subsequent playthroughs I decided to use Sid, and he's rad as fuck, and his limit isn't that hard to get. Actually, that's not true. I mean, that is true about Sid, but I was thinking about how I did everything. I did not get everybody to level 99. That's what I did not do, because I had to grind enough to get all the materia mastered. Okay, this shit is impossible. I think you do here? Yeah. You have to do this in order to get through it. But the guide that I was using, there's a glitch where you can, at some point, you split the party up to go down 2 different paths. And you do this twice. And it said, tell your people to go this way, tell everybody to go this way. And then, once you get to the point of no return, immediately turn around and go down those other paths. And the people that you sent down those other paths will then give you the things that they found on those other paths. But if you also go down those paths, you will also get them, so then you'll just get 2 of each item. So I'll go down this other way. Can't fucking use Cloud because I'm gonna... Going this way will skip. That's just to the next crossroads. So I'm gonna go this way just to show it off a little bit. But while I was playing through this game again, I wanted it, like, known. I was thinking about how the story's great, the gameplay's good, except for some of the things that they probably didn't intend. Like, the W item thing will cause you to duplicate items to the point where you can just have all of them. And that thing that going through the paths thing on this. And so the story's good, the characters are pretty good. I feel like they get butchered in subsequent things. There he is. This is called the graveyard area. Obviously the graphics don't hold up. Maybe the combat graphics are good, because... But this shit, this overworld shit, the paintings are good. Putting 3D sprites on 2D paintings is probably not so good. But... But these models here are pretty good. They're pretty solid, I feel. The ambient people around the world are kinda interesting. I never really paid much attention to them, though, personally. Um, some of them are actually there to serve as affection meter gain, which is interesting, I guess, for the date that you get in the Golden Saucer. I like the... but... that's what it was. Some of the... I feel like some of the characters get kind of butchered in subsequent renditions, adaptations. And I liked Eris because she was special. Like she had a cool story or whatever. But I realized she's a bitch. Like she sells flowers from her garden. And that's a humble beginning, but and she's like a strong, independent woman able to resist the Turks and whatever. But she spends the whole time being a sassy bitch. Alright, so this is the point of no return. Here's everybody. Depending on where you send them, they will pick up stuff, and you can go talk to them, and they will give it to you. Okay. Balance mark. Tifa. Sid. Vincent. Odd, they put the optional characters on the lower thing. Being with you guys ain't so bad. Feels like I made it as far as we can. Alright, so. Oh, also, when you get into this thing, one of the first chests you get is a save crystal. I passed it, probably. You're supposed to drop it at some point in the cavern. And I think the... there it is. Yeah, you make a save point in the Northern Cave. The strategy guide tells you where to put it, but obviously I chose not to, because I just have emulator save scum. But we're heading down. We're getting to the final boss. Let's go. Let's mosey. Damn, again? Stop saying it like a wimp. You say move out or something? Okay, move out! What was that? Oh, monsters. Cloud, you go first. Fucking no! Oh, that's right, we gotta split up party members. You take 2 of us with you, and go first. The rest will catch up later. Okay. Is this like a practice run before the real thing? Yeah, major practice run. I'm fine with that. It's probably more fun than fighting Sephiroth down there. This might be fun to pass time. Shit! Hurry up and make up your mind. Okay. Make several parties. Come with me, friends. Yeah, later. So much like with the fight in Final Fantasy VI with Kefka, that was... if people die, if your party fucking blows, here's who you have to pick up the slack. I'm supposed to be fighting for you. From that point down, you're supposed to... every platform you jump on has a chance to get you to fight something. Guess what, loser? Ow. You're fast. But I do more damage. Listen to that Genova music. She's doing less damage because everybody's ultimate weapon has a different effect. I learned this watching a video from 4-8 Productions or whatever it was. I think Red's and Sid's final weapon does more damage based on how much mana they have. So, she's doing less damage because of whatever the fuck her ultimate weapon is based on. Also, she's usually the worst because she's that girl. Here's their stats with the materia differences. And her and Red have something called a tough ring, which gives them VII, Vitality, and Spirit. Okay. I think Vitality in this game is defense. She got 233 defense. Shut up, shut up. Woohoo! Cloud does not. Because he's got 96 Vitality, and they've got much less, more. Anyway, we're fighting Sephiroth. Oh, it's a dragon zombie! Oh boy. Ow. Get in there, everybody. Cool. So Tonberries are here in the final cavern. But they have like 44,000 health. Alright, here we go. Where are we? What? It's Genova! This is different music. Hey, Genova, have an Omnislash. Let's do wall. Five wall. Bring it back up and regen. Oh no, I should have done regen first. Fuck me. No, okay. So, here's how regen works. She's dead. Regen, I don't know if you saw it for like the half a second. There it goes. It just counts up constantly. The barriers count down constantly. Clouds is going faster because he's hasted because he has sprint shoes on. So that was a fight, I guess. I forgot saying. Oh, rotate. Shit. Red's like, well. Is this light holy? Ah! Oh shit, damn man. Barrett? What? So everyone's together again? Oh shit. We're floating. Sephiroth's here. Is this the true power of Sephiroth? My body. I can't control it. Ah! My front legs, my hind legs, my tail's about to tear off. Aww. This is definitely not good. He's way out of our league. I don't know if I can go on. Cloud. There. It's there. Cloud? Holy is there. Holy is shining. Eris's prayer is shining. Holy, Eris. It's not over yet. This isn't the end yet. Now make parties. Now make parties. Gimme my fucking people. Pepple. That's nice of you. Oh man. Alright, Sid. Vincent. And Barrett. Why do you have 3,000 health? Yuffie's actually not a bad party member. I just don't care. I won this from Chocobo Racing. Alright, what you got? Shadow Alpha and no. Oh wait, you already have that on. Here's a better one. Mistile? Shiber Alpha. I haven't had to sell anything, really, so I sort of just have everything. You need some percentage, buddy. I didn't know I had so many of those. Okay, cool. So... here, have enemy skill. Mine? HP plus. Okay. The Fury and Sadness are statuses that affect how your limit accumulates. So, if you're sad, it doesn't accumulate as fast. And you guys are super fucked if you have to beat the last party. Wow, I just love Diamond Bang. This is how much I don't use them. Well, I guess that ain't so bad. It's cold? That's it? Yeah, I'll give you that. And then I'll give you a protect ring and sprint shoes. I'm not gonna get to you motherfuckers anyway, so I don't care. Hyper makes it, Fury makes it accumulate faster. Let's go! This ain't nothing. Ha they farted farty. Okay, I can't be fooling around at the bottom of this hellhole. Still have lots of stuff to do with my life, like marry Shira. Maybe I shouldn't have come. I don't need materia. Any? Nope, I still want it. This and that everything's mine. I'm never gonna give it up. Alright, us. Eris's memories. Our memories. We came to tell you. Our memories. Come, planet, show us your answer. And Sephiroth, to the settling of everything. Oh, so they only say something if they're the party leader. Maybe I should make Kate Sophie change. We're tripping balls. This is Bizarro Sephiroth. Think about the sequence of the 5 targets and beat them. If a part dies, change to a different party. What are we doing? Speaking of which. I will probably use Knights of the Round at some point. The problem with that is that Knights of the Round, apparently, the game recognizes it. It is programmed in to know when you use it in a fight, so that if you do, it will change the amount of health that these bosses have. So said my guide. Am I worried about the other parties? No, fuck them. Are you mad? He's gonna use Demi 3? On whom? Tifa? Head portion dead. What will you do? Why am I waiting? Okay. I don't like to turn on active ATB because I don't know if you noticed, but everything stops. So if you have an effect that you don't want, like if I have a fucking petrify timer, like 30 seconds of petrify, it puts that shit on stop. Okay. No. Why are you attacking the weird bulge? It's doing 0 damage. Kill that thing. Kill the body. Stop healing it. Fucking let me do something. Christ. Did he die? Blah. Nice. Alright, here's Hades. He was very helpful in the fight against Ruby Weapon. Ooh, he got slowed. It does every status effect. Here's Knights of the Round. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. I shouldn't have just told them to attack. I thought Hades would get rid of this barrier, but obviously I didn't. Back bitch. Barrier's not helping him much though. Uh-oh. D-barrier. And... do I have an Esna? Esna. Why are you up there? The fuck was that? Ah. About to silence somebody. Is this the meteor attack? This is the meteor attack. are you doing? Killing red. Okay. No! Okay. Remedy. Tifa. Tifa! Phoenix down. Him. Tifa! I'm using X potion on him. Unless he wants to. What are you doing? Unhasting him? Oh, you're unslowing yourself. Okay. Last regen. Wall. And fuck it! Limit break! Shit, she's not gonna do that one. Fuck. Green. Green. Okay. Get in there, everybody! What are you doing? Don't slap people. That's rude. Spiked his ass. Final heaven. No? What are we doing? Did you do it, Tifa? Did you kill him? Oh, he's getting disintegrated. He's getting sucked into some sort of fucking black hole. You did it, guys. This is all we could do. Wait, what about Holy? What's gonna happen to the planet? I don't know. Isn't the rest up to the planet? You're right. We've done all that we could do. Alright, everyone. It's no use thinking about it now. We'll leave all our worries here. Let's go home proud. Cloud? What happened? I feel it. What? He's still here. Still... Cloud! He's laughing. Whoa! Cloud! please enjoy the squiggly text. So, that's the ending of Final Fantasy VII. There is an after credit scene. What I wanted to say, but I didn't want to spoil the moment, was in that last fight with Sephiroth, I never got Omnislash because you have to get it in the battle square with a shit ton of points. That shit's hard, and if you die at all, you get 0 points. So, whenever I beat the game, the once or twice that I did beat the game, it gives you Omnislash for that specific combat. As you notice, there was no item, there was no summon, there was no other fucking things there, and before your active time bar filled up, your limit bar filled up. So you only have the option to limit Omnislash for that fight. It is a cinematic, press a button twice fight. I thought it was rad, because I would never see Omnislash at any other point in the game, but there. And it is flavor for the people like me who did not get Omnislash. So, Cloud has at that point, reached a point where his rage fills up the limit gauge just being there with Sephiroth. Or, you know, he's in the live stream and it's probably some sort of hallucinatory combat. He did have that ghost of himself fly into the camera. So, that whole thing was just really cool to me. Like that last 2-button cinematic fight there. All those fucking character models for that FMV felt like Legos. Not in a bad way, but silly at the least. I don't know why this shit is so wiggly. I think it's because the emulator is trying to smooth everything. So it's trying to upconvert the quality to a point that does not exist. So animators. Oh, that's interesting. They have different sections for different stuff. Like, those are the battle guys. This is the magic guys. I didn't show you all the magic. I feel kind of bad about that. But I did show you Knights of the Round. That's also something. I think I went and got it legitimately, and I don't know how or why I acquired a Golden Chocobo. Because Golden Chocobos require you race them. According to every single guide I saw was like, you need to have a good and a great chocobo, which will make you green. And if you have these kind, it'll give you a blue. If you have these kind, and they have to be like rank B at least, or something. In order to get a gold chocobo, you have to have a wonderful S rank and a black S rank. Highway and roller coaster section. But that's the thing about the remake, is that snowboard section. These fucking sections had to be crafted, or were crafted for this game, and they were jammed in, and then became games in the Golden Saucer later. And if you do the remake, are you going to keep those in? And my boyfriend said, with the current Square Enix philosophy, what they would do is make them DLC, and like, you know what? That would probably be how they do it, is they make phone games with microtransactions. In the same vein as like The Sims, where you have energy that you can spend and then you can buy more, or... Oh, they have the actual choir in here! Huh. Check out fire shit out. So, make them mobile games where you have energy to do a certain number of games, and depending on the score you get, and blah blah blah. But, you know, make them paid DLC or something, so that they happen in the game, but you can never do them again unless you actually pay money for them. And when he said that, I was like, oh no, he's right. Because, I mean, Final Fantasy 15 still has at least another year on its development cycle and its DLC releases. Because games as a service is apparently how Japan wants to do shit now, or at least Squeenix. Wilco, Omnibus. Oh, it's a male horse. Sorry. I'm kind of tired, but I wanted to get this done. Atelier Musa, 1 person. Kusanagi is 2 people. Umigame Jimusho. Algo Nikas, 2D animation. Studio Gazelle. Tech. Special thanks to these people. You could have made the... Okay. QA. There's 6 people in QA on this. Huh. Americans. Perry Rogers. Jeff Fox. Did they have... You publicity guys were great. Let me tell you. Mizuno. Tomoyuki Takechi. Okay. Time for the final scene. 500 years later. And that's it. Can't forget the creepy laughing children. Now what? You will dump me out to the prelude. No, you won't. What are we doing? Flying through space? Flying through space. I don't know why all this shit is 16 by 9. I don't remember it being 16 by 9, but I guess you can't produce that shit on a regular PlayStation. So there you go. That's the end of Final Fantasy VII. Sorry I was using ultimate weapons and level 99 and made everything a fucking joke, but I did have some trouble because I apparently needed ribbons on everybody. I mean, Red died once. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope I finished any of the stories I said, because I don't remember now. I don't really feel the need to sit here and continue talking while we fly through space. I doubt I'll ever do like a review video or anything about this, because it's Final Fantasy VII, there's 700 of those things. I will not add anything I will not be able to contribute anything to that conversation. But if you care, game's rad. It had a lot of programming issues that were probably fixed in some of the re-releases, like the PlayStation 4 one that has the win buttons, and maybe the PC version? Because in like the Junin Parade, with the way Americans use controllers, you can go in and you can set your controller to customized. And I had to, in like releasing Chocobo management, I had to keep going in and setting it to normal, because if I set it to customized, where I switched the X and the circle, for those things it required you to have circle be confirmed. My circle was cancel, so I had to go back to normal, which is circle for confirm, because if I didn't have that, it wouldn't recognize my input. So it was like, I want to move chocobos, and he'd say, and Chocobo Billy would be like, cool, tell me which chocobos you want to move. And then I would go hit the cross button, which was my confirm, and nothing would happen because it was recognizing it as nothing for some reason, because now my circle was still cancel, but my cross was not anything. Okay. And for the Junin Parade thing, your circle is supposed to be your do the gun do the gun thing in the parade specifically, and I couldn't do it because it wouldn't recognize an input. Because apparently assigning those, switching those things just completely fucking unassigns them. Whatever. But it looks like they were fixed in like the PlayStation 4 one with the I-win buttons, and the W item thing, I didn't get to show it off because Red was the one who had that equipped and he died. And he had W magic, so. But the W item thing was, if you used an item, I was farming in an area that used magic pots, which are these little gremlins in a pot, and they say, give me an elixir. When you give them an elixir, you can then kill them and they give you a shit ton of AP. They're great. But elixirs are hard to come by, typically. So, with the W item thing, you use an elixir, and then when you use the second elixir, you do not confirm using that elixir, instead you cancel and it'll give you another one. Cause I would not do it right a couple times, and I would use the first elixir, and then I'd be down an elixir, even though I canceled out of the action. So I think they gave you back the item at the wrong point in the action, in the code. But, you know, it's interesting from a programming perspective to think about where they might have gone wrong in that algorithm. I don't know if it's interesting to anybody else. But graphics are shit, don't hold up. Story's great. Eris is a bitch. Barrett's actually rad. Sid is the best. Vincent's okay. He was cool. He's middle school cool. But then as I got older, it was like, okay, dude. You're not as cool as I thought you were. You're still cool, but now you're just like cool. You just need like healthy coping mechanisms. You need therapy. Shit like that. Cloud's really interesting, especially when you know his story. When you know the whole story about him. It's because he starts out and he's trying really hard to be aloof and cool and stuff, and like I'm just here to get paid and get the job done, and then I'm out. Fuck you people. I know I have no attachments, blah blah blah. But then Tifa's like, but I care about you, and don't you care about me, and you made a promise, and blah blah blah, and he's like, yeah, I guess. And then it's at that point that he starts to sort of develop into less of a stereotype and more of like a person. And then he runs into Eris, and he is doing that shit. And she's like, you remind me of somebody. And then she gets him to dress up like a woman because he's so worried about Tifa being sexually assaulted. And then, you know, his whole story is that he has no personality, and he sort of amalgamated this personality this identity of a guy he worked with and his actual personality. Because if you look at Zack in the canon versus Cloud in the canon, Cloud is more Cloud. He just has Zack's story. He doesn't have Zack's personality. Zack is a fucking huge dork. He's a huge fucking overexcited puppy, right? Cloud is a depressive nerd. He wanted to be cool. He always thought everybody else was way stupid. He tried to go join Soldier, realized he was shit, and then proceeded to disconnect from everybody. So that part didn't really change. And then over the course of the game, he realizes that friendship is more important. When you get on the spaceship and finally get into space, one of the oxygen tanks explodes while you're running by, and Sid gets crushed under it, and Cloud and other party member are trying to lift it off of him. And Sid's like, just go on without me, I'm fucking old or whatever. He's only like 32. And Cloud's like, I can't go without my friends. Sorry, I thought there was more liquid in there. So, like, there's an arc there. There's an arc for Sid. And Shira, their relationship. There's kind of an arc for Yuffie. Obviously not that much of an arc. Even when you do her fucking side quest, she's all like, she's a little shit. And then she goes through the tower and is a little shit and fights her dad. And she's like, you turned Wu Tai into a shitty tourist trap. And he's like, I sure did, I'm sorry. And then her and her dad are like, but steal the materia anyway. It's how we're going to get Wu Tai back on the map. Yeah, you know. So there's no real growth there. It's kind of like Sarah from Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't like her, but that doesn't mean she's not an interesting character, I guess. Red's great. Red's bland. He's a stereotype, and he stays a stereotype. He's got daddy issues, and the thing that bothers me about Eris's death and Red's dad is that they are very easily solved by items that are in the game. So they're only there for plot device. Red's dad gets poisoned by like 800 fucking spears that are coated in petrification poison. But when Red is sent to go, when you go through the cave and you see his father up there guarding Cosmo Canyon, he cries. His fucking statue cries. He's obviously not dead in there. His statue cries. His petrified body cries. Use a fucking soft on that asshole. Or Esna. He'll be fine. We can have a dad again. Obviously he lives for fucking over 500 years. They could have a fucking relationship. No. Plot contrivance. Eris is dead. Plot device. Cool. But in relation to other games that I've played, Final Fantasy VII, I've noticed, is the one that does not remove your characters from your party unless you just don't have room. Eris is removed because she dies. Cloud is removed. Tifa is removed. For the same reason, really. Cloud is removed because he goes crazy. And Tifa is removed because Cloud is crazy and she's trying to help him. So it's really nice to not be have your control over your party removed completely. To know that at any point in time, my party is always going to be available to me. That somebody doesn't die, oh no! And then they come back later because they didn't really die. Huh. You think that... It's only a flesh wound. You think that boulder's gonna kill me? Dude, we watched it smash you and saw the blood smear on the floor. Nah, Trick. That was a... wolf that got in the way. I was, healed by fairies. Yeah. And, you know, like, none of them are, like, actual... And although they do not give you much guest characters, every character is... Although every character is a character that is there for a reason. Everybody has a reason for being there. Shinra has wronged them in some way, or they are connected to Sephiroth in some way. Some of them have more objectively reasonable reasons for being there, like Yuffie doesn't really have a reason to be there and continue to be there, other than Shinra sucks and, like, took over her island. Japan. China. I think it's Japan. Vincent's there because Sephiroth is the son of his once lover. Everybody else is there for their reasons. Tifa and Cloud's whole fucking place was destroyed and killed. Barrett's whole town was destroyed by Shinra specifically. Generally, sorry. Sephiroth destroyed Nibelheim. Red's there because he was, you know... Anyway, I said I wasn't going to sit around and talk about this, but I am. And I'm sorry. So if you made it this far, thank you. And I'm sorry. I don't have a timer down here, so I don't know how long I've been recording. But, thanks for watching. I will probably get back to Xenogears soon, because my boyfriend really wants to watch me play that. I might stream some AM2R in a couple days, if I can stay up long enough. And, you know, let me know if I did okay. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.